Hello and welcome back to yet another speed build. My name is NastyEvilB. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, I'm so happy to see you. So this build was another challenge that I found on Instagram. This one was by The Sims Creatives, and this was their February challenge. It is, in essence, a half shell, which I've never done before, and unconvinced if I really enjoy this platform, being that I'm not super comfortable, or comfortable at all actually, with the use of blenders. I don't really even know what a blender is in relation to creating things in The Sims, but I know a lot of creators who do builds specifically use blenders to take better, or to really make their screenshots better, I guess, and kind of Photoshop them so that the lighting is good and stuff. I don't really know, but I don't use those, so I found this to be particularly difficult and much less satisfying than if I were to just build or decorate a normal house with all four walls and things like that. But you know, something about creating and challenging yourself is super important, so I thought to myself, why the hell not? Why not just go ahead and try this out? So this is, like I said, it's a half shell loft, we'll call it. So again, as I have said in previous build videos, I typically don't have a vibe in mind or a certain screenshot that I'm using to go off of. I kind of just look at the space and see where my heart takes me. I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure, but I'm just creative in that way. I like to just kind of go with what I see in front of me and kind of go from there. The lifted area just made me think of like a kind of lifted living space, so I thought that was cute for kind of a couch and TV fireplace vibe with that little what is that called, a sideboard. That's my favorite sideboard in the whole game. It's, if you look closely at it, I believe it is marble, and then it's got those lights on it, and it is so cool. I wish I had one in real life for my own house. So as you can see, I'm just kind of going in and with kind of a modern vibe. The vibe that kind of came to my mind, and this might be a niche reference, but if you've ever watched Daredevil and you know Vincent D'Onofrio's character, Kingpin, he's got this beautiful, gorgeous, very clean, white New York City apartment it's very minimalist, and it's so cute. Not the right word to describe his place with, but that's kind of what I had in mind just looking at this. There was no other inspiration that I took from, just wanted something cute, and I love pink, so I wanted to go with a pink vibe as well, with this kind of modern mixed with kind of oldish, you know, with the wallpaper and things like that. That was kind of the vibe for me. But again, building a half shell like this where you're in build and buy mode and you don't have a sim on the lot, I can't use UI cheats to kind of help me out with lighting and stuff like that, so that was a bit of struggle for me. I've not really ever done something like this before, so again, I hate to harp on the process so much, but really, I don't know if this is the way for me going forward, but it's always good to challenge yourself, like I said. So underneath the lofted area, there is just this little nook, if you will. I decided what better thing to do with this space than make like a little office space. So I use a ton of packs every time I build. So if that's not accessible for you, I'm terribly sorry, but there are just so many cute items. There's too many for me to really focus on, you know, one set. I've got to use them all. That's why I paid a lot of money to have them. I'm gonna use them all. So there is lots of the pastel stuff, the high school pack. Really, I use a little bit of everything. Part of this challenge is that you can change the doors and windows as well as the placement of the ladder and other structural things like that. I pretty much kept things the same other than a few windows, which we'll see later on. I did switch up the windows because I do like the ones for the Machino. Is it Moschino? I think it's Moschino. I know the kids call it the Mosquito pack, which is funny to me. So I use it from Mosquito. and I believe the industrial loft kit was what I thought I wanted to use. I don't know if I actually did end up using it or not. I don't remember, so we'll get there and I'll confirm with y'all later. But going in, just kind of adding some details here to this little living space. I love that cow rug so much, and I also love the arch lamp. Again, I don't prefer this because then I can't see what the colors really are, and everything is super bright. Like, no matter what you do, it really only looks good at nighttime, just so then you can see how the lamps cast light on things. And so that kind of bummed me out, I won't lie. But going in, doing the bedroom now in that lofted area, again, lots of stuff from the pastel pack and the high school pack as well. There was a build that I did recently where I needed to get a full-length mirror, and I could not for the life of me locate the what is that, Island Living? The Island Living full body mirror that kind of leans against the wall, that really big one. I fucking love that mirror. I could not locate it for the life of me in that other build, but this time I found it, so you'll see me later, you know, locating that, putting that in this little room. I really like that the bed was pushed up against the wall in that little nook, and I purposely positioned the windows so that the part that opened outside, so opened toward the outside of the house. I thought that was kind of dreamy, just to being able to sleep in this little corner nook, and you got the window open with the breeze, and then you have this cute, what's it called, like canopy, like lighted canopy over it. Might be a little difficult to get into bed. I also have not play tested this, so I'm not sure if it's functional. Granted, this is also like a diorama, so it's only half of the house anyway, so it's not like you're really putting Sims in here other than for screenshots perhaps. But if you wanted to build the rest of the house, I'm not really sure how you would do that, but if you wanted to do that, then, you know, this would be, well, you'd have to see if it's functional or not. But as you can see, found that mirror. It is just so cute. It's got great swatches. Going back in with the red shelf, I did this originally on my stream on Twitch, January 19th, where I did a build for another sim challenge that is due sometime in February. That one I did just a bathroom, and I was learning how to use the red shelf for the first time. So within the 4.5-ish hours of this stream, I was learning how to use the red shelf and getting used to it. I can't say definitively that it is better for me than just using the 9 and 0 keys and placing things with move objects, but I will give it that it has tons of slots, which are awesome, as well as you can kind of mess with the height a little bit better than just the 9 and 0 keys. Soon I'm gonna try to get into the tool mod because that stuff really just changes the game from what I have seen. But it's a little intimidating functionality wise and like how you use it, so we'll see if and when I get to that. But here I'm just trying to add some stuff to this lofted area. I don't end up keeping these, spoiler, I don't end up keeping them because I don't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't really like it. That lofted kind of half wall just really threw me for a loop as far as what I should put on there. I'm usually pretty proud of my builds, but this one honestly wasn't my favorite. I was just happy to get challenged a little bit by this concept of this like diorama half wall. I don't know why it came out like that. But see, with the lighting and when it's dark, it is so much cuter. And I just wish that there was a better way for me to go about this. So if you have any tips and tricks for that, please do let me know. Because I like to continue challenges like this, but if it's just too frustrating, you know, I don't need to put myself through all that. So I'm doing this little balcony area, which I didn't put a ton of effort into, but I do like how simple it is. With the concrete and then the AstroTurf. I thought that was hilarious, honestly. Another thing from the pastel kits, and I believe the chair is from Island Living as well. And I end up tapping into debug so that I could find the martini glasses and bowls and stuff like that. Debug tends to slow me down and my system quite a bit, but sometimes for decoration, you just need like a little martini glass. So I looked up the Simsmopolitan and I threw it on there. I wanted to put like a little bowl, but I could not for the life of me find one that I liked enough. So I skipped that idea. But here eventually, you can you can kind of see how I'm trying to find another cup or bowl to put in there. But debug is a nightmare. I really have to get the Better Build and Buy mod as well, because that supposedly just makes everything so much better sorted. That's not like a great sentence, but it really helps out as far as sorting all the items in the build and buy mode, and it's just something that I think I should also learn. Challenge myself. Gotta challenge myself more, y'all. But putting some little Edison bulbs outside, they're pink, they're so cute. I really love that little area. I just think that'd be adorable, just this little seating area outside. If it were my choice, it definitely would be bigger. But I'm pretty much wrapping it up at this point. Trying to find the best way to kind of position this to get some screenshots here shortly. I'm going to add in a rug. I just made the cow rug bigger size, which I liked how it fit the space like that, where it was much bigger and kind of filled up the whole living area. Put a couple more rugs down, squished them together. The space just felt a little bare. And then I find another plant to put down and kind of switch them around to bring some life into the place. So let me know what you think. Do you find this to be particularly challenging? Do you like builds like this yourself? Do you have any tips and tricks? Please let me know. But I hope you enjoy the screenshots that you're gonna see here. And again, I do stream on Twitch Thursdays. I don't know why I said Sundays. Thursdays at 7 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. So hope you enjoy the screenshots. If you need anything, let me know, and I'll talk to you real soon. So that pretty much wraps it up for the screenshots. I only had a few of them, and they are edited a little bit differently because they were taken at different times of the day. So sorry that they're not consistent, but hope you enjoyed the build. Hope you enjoyed the screenshots. If you have any tips and tricks for this type of build challenge, please do share them below. Make sure you like and subscribe as well, and hang out with me on Twitch. Again, I'm live on Thursdays at around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you need anything, let me know. If not, see you in the next one. Bye, beach.